Glory to you.
You may be seated.
Pedro.
There is something that we do
Pusi ka lang. Pusi barba.
that is frankly strange,
Bibigyan ko siya.
and we all do it. We have learned it from our yayades and papudas, and they, I think, from of old. But it does not necessarily make sense,
Ne.
or at least we may not be able to explain it. Every time in the liturgy that we say, Εις Παναγίας αχράντου υπερευλογημένης εν δόξα της πυρίσιμον Θεοτόκο και αη παρθώνα Μαρίας με τα πάντων των Αγίων μνημονεύσαντες. Remembering our most holy, pure, blessed, and glorious Lady, the Theotokos and ever Virgin Mary, we all make the cross at that point. Why? We're not invoking the name of the Holy Trinity. We are not speaking of the cross. Why do we make the sign of the cross then? It's interesting. What if somebody asked, because today is the festival, we're going to have visitors coming in. If they came for the liturgy and they saw us doing what we do and they understood, it would be a good question. And we might not have an answer. So, let's find an answer today. This Sunday is the leave-taking of the Feast of the Cross. And in the Gospel, the Lord says, if any of you would come after me, let him deny himself, take up his cross, and follow me. Whoever tries to save his life will lose it. Whoever loses his life for my sake and the Gospel will save it. Now these are strong words. Whoever tries to save his life will lose it. No one who does not take up his cross and follow me is worthy of me. But we do not have a clear picture. Hearing only these words, what does it mean to take up the cross? What does it mean to follow Christ? But when we remember the saints, when we consider their way of life, when we consider the sorrow, the suffering that came upon them in earthly terms, and the joy and the certainty and the love that shone forth in them despite those sorrows, we see a picture of what it means to take up the cross. So, when we say, remembering our most holy, pure, blessed, and glorious Lady, the Theotokos and ever Virgin Mary, with all the saints, we make the sign of the cross, remembering the cross that they bore in their lives, and then we finish the sentence. Let us commit ourselves and one another and our entire life to Christ our God. It's funny. The cross is not mentioned once in this phrase, and we hear it so many times in the course of our lives. Every service that we do, we say this prayer. But it's about the cross. It is about the practical steps of bearing the cross in our life, remembering the saints, imitating them, offering ourselves and one another, which means our love for one another and our grudges with one another, both, offering all that to Christ. We follow him. And this is really all. This is everything that we do in our Christian life. This is why we make the cross. This is why we come to the church. We remember the lives of the saints. We look to Christ upon the cross, and resurrected from the dead, and we offer ourselves and our life to him. We take up the cross. We follow Christ. So today, let us do so. Let us remember the saints. Let us stand and let us offer ourselves to the Lord.